people of Xandar. The time has come.
I'm distracting you.
I'm being called to be that city on the hill at this moment in my life. I feel like it's you take a risk, I think, being in the entertainment world, being vocal about anything, and that's divisive, and religion is divisive, and so is politics. And so, like, I don't care enough about politics to take a stand one way or another, at the expense of my career. But I do care enough about Jesus to take a stand, even if it costs me. If it costs me everything, I don't care. It's worth it to me because it's what I'm called to do. It's where my heart is. I'm a father of 4. I want to raise my children up with an understanding that their dad was unashamed of his faith in Jesus, and with a profound understanding of the power of prayer and the grace and the love and the joy that can come from a relationship with Jesus. That's something that's really important to me. And anybody really close to me knows that already. But as people are learning that about me, it's an interesting thing, because you don't hear that a lot from people in entertainment, but it's who I am. And I don't think, I'm not going to hide behind it. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. So get back to Matthew 5:14. That's what it is. I've always known God was real. Without a doubt. I've never questioned my faith. But it's almost like that the sun is real, and S-U-N, like in the sky, it's there. And then some days are foggy, and you're like, is that sun ever going to come out? And you kind of forget that the sun is, So like I've had a lot of foggy seasons in my life from a young age all the way through. And so when I really first gave my heart, the first time I walked up to a church altar and got on my knees and cried, I was a child. And then the next time I did it, I was still a child. I was 19. And then the next time I did it, I was in my 30s. And the biggest, most profound, impacting moment where I really negotiated with God and made promises, because before I'd made promises, but I didn't keep them. I said, God, save me in this moment, and I'll give you my life. And then he did. And I was the unburdened from the weight of my shame and my guilt or my sin. And then moments later, maybe a year later, 2 years later, I'm off doing the same stuff that got me in there, and it got me down the wrong path in the first place. Sinful, broken nature of humans, just like living in my heart, And then with my son was born, we really had a health scare with him, because he was born very early, and was only 3 pounds, and we were in this he was in the NICU for a month, and he had all of these issues going on. And I just prayed hard to God. And I was in a season of transition spiritually at that time, and didn't quite fully understand. I made deals with God, and again, I'm sorry, God, here I am again, asking for your grace again. And he really saved my son. And that was the moment I was like, now it's cemented. Like the cement was always a little way. My heart softened and my faith hardened. And that was the moment that I was like, moving forward, I'm going to give my platform to God. And I haven't always been perfect. Like, I'm not saying from that moment on I was perfect. I'm not. But I have made a commitment and continue to stick to that commitment that, this platform was given to me for a reason. And I want to affirm the people who are believers in Christ. I want them to hear me and say, like, wow, that's cool. He's willing to say it. I'm going to stand up at work today and say it. I wanted to both affirm that and also reach out to people who have no idea that God is real or have never heard about it. I want to kind of like be a little bit of light to people who've never seen light, and I want to be a light to people who have seen light but turned away from it or been afraid of it. It's my job to be a light and to focus on what's important to me. And right now, what's important to me is talking about Jesus.